Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Gem80 keyboard from Nuphy. Nuphy has been known for their design and their low profile keyboard. And this is their first take on the custom keyboard. I have been using this for over a week now, and I will share my thoughts with you guys, how I think about their first take. But first, let's see what's inside the box. Alright, I got the Mystic Blue version, which also came with the keycaps and the mint switch from Gateron. Okay, let's first start with the keyboard kit box. On top there is, you can see this packet, which contains the quick guide, installation guide, and also the Q&A info there. Do keep it, you will need it later. Here's the foam to protect the keyboard, and under that the keyboard is wrapped in this microfiber cloth, similar to the cloth for your glasses or your screen, which is very soft and nice. Alright, now you can see the keyboard, but first let me put the keyboard aside. We will get back to this in a bit. Underneath the keyboard you can see there's the toolbox and also the USB cable. The USB is USB-A to USB-C cable, pretty standard, but it is wrapped in this kind of coil, so it saves you some space. And in the toolbox, first you can see there's the 2.4 gig dongle. The next thing is the keycap puller and the switch remover, pretty standard also. And here it also comes with a screwdriver, which is pretty nice for your future customization of the keyboard. Speaking of the customizations, it also comes with 4 different type of mounting styles. It has 3 different types of silicone paddings for your gasket mount, and also give you a top mount option if you want to use the keyboard in top mounting style. Here's the overview of all the options that they provide. First, on the right hand side you can see this name tag that says Gem on it. It is magnetic, you can remove it by pressing down on the left side. It has like a little slope that helps you to remove it easily. And when you put it back on and with backlight, the light will glow around it, which is pretty cool. Now let's put down the name tag and remove the screws. The screws are star-shaped screws. You definitely need the screwdrivers they provided to remove it. There are 10 screws in total, and then you can remove the frame. The frame is CNC cutted aluminum, and also the blue color is electro coating. And now let me show you what's underneath the frame. The first layer is the FR4 plates that came along with the keyboard, and there are other choices on the website if you want something different. Here is an overview of all the sound mods that Nuphy put into this keyboard by default, and I will go through one by one with you. The first, you can see the layer of the foam underneath the plate, and also here is a layer of pour-on foam underneath the foam. A layer of PC plastic that's supposed to help the sound profile. And underneath the PCB board, you can see there are 3 connecting points that's connecting the battery with the PCB. If you want to do some customizations under the PCB board, you need to remove those 3 connecting points first. Now underneath the PCB board, there's another layer of foam and also another layer of the plastic sound dampener. Now at the bottom, it is kind of a thick layer of silicone paddings with some textures on top to help to absorb some of the sound. And also you can see in the middle there's the battery pack. Now that's all the material from top to bottom. Now let's reassemble the keyboard and move on to the switches. I decided to go with the Mint switch, and here you can see the specs of the switch. It's a pretty light switch to type with. The keycaps are double-shot PBT material and in this MSA profile, which is introduced by Nuphy just for this keyboard. So it still has the ergonomic shape of the SA profile, but the height is a little bit lower. It's more close to an OEM profile keycap. Now let's assemble them and let's do the sound test you guys been waiting for. Alright, here I want to talk about some of the good things I think Nuphy did well on this keyboard. First, the design. I really like this colorway they have put into this keyboard. I got the Mystic Blue version, and there are several other color options from their website, and I do think they all look pretty good. Also on the design, they have this metal frame with polycarbonate bottom, and the bottom you can see there are several strips going through it. It is inspired by this famous suitcase brand, Rimowa. And I think people might have questions like, why don't you like make full metal or like full plastic instead of you have like half and half? I think Nuphy's answer was that they still want to have good wireless connectivity. If you have like a full metal body, it definitely can interfere the wireless connections. So they went with the polycarbonate bottom to help the wireless connectivity. Alright, the second good thing I want to talk about is the customization abilities. Well, right off the box, they give you 4 different mounts for you to customize yourself. So Nuphy called this Omni-Mount. Basically, they provide you all these customization options for you to try it without the hustle to purchase all these different things from off-brand. So I think that's very nice of Nuphy. And also you can purchase extra positioning plate with different materials from their website. And also keycaps, and they also introduced 4 different switches just for this keyboard. And last, I want to talk about the sound. I know sound preference can vary by people. Somebody like it on the higher note, higher pitch, somebody like it on the lower end. There's no universal standard for a good sound, but I think Nuphy did a good job on Gem80s. If it described by word is like the typing sound is like 2 marbles gently colliding into each other. The sounds that Nuphy mentioned, they spend a lot of time tuning the sound, including testing different materials, different foams, different height of foams. So to me, the sound sounds great. Alright, let's move on to some of the things that Nuphy can improve. First, the obvious one is that the metal frame is not tall enough to cover all of the switches. So what it means is that you can, when you're typing, you can see the bottom of your switches peeking through your keycaps. Usually when you're typing, your eyesight and the keyboard is at a 30 to 70 degree angle. At those angles, you do see the bottom of your switches. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect any functionalities of the keyboard, but it does bug some people. Alright, second, Nuphy introduced their MSA style keycap. The biggest difference from regular Cherry or OEM style keycaps is that the surface area is a square instead of a rectangle. So it means the surface area is a little bit wider than what you're used to typing on it. So it will gives you a little bit confusion that the key is not the key you wanted to press. You need to take a look of it sometimes before you press it. But this keycap set is not included in the kit, so if you don't want it, don't need to purchase it. And last, there is a problem that users encountered, and I think that does hurt some of the functionalities of the keyboard, is that the spacebar sometimes gets double-clicking problems. Seems like several users are asking about this problem, and it seems like upgrading the firmware does not help this problem. And my fix is that you just change the lemon switch that came with the board, change to a spare switch or some other switches that you prefer. After I changed the switch, that problem didn't encounter again, so I suspect maybe the lemon switch has some problems. So if you do encounter this problem, just change the switch. So what do you guys think about this keyboard? Personally, I would rate it a solid 8 out of 10. So good thing I want to say is that Nuphy didn't just use a lot of generic OEM parts to make their own custom keyboard. They really thought about the design, the sound. They are following their Nuphy's design philosophy. But there are some small flaws, but those flaws are not unusable. But I wish they can fix those in the future when maybe they will introduce like 60 or like full-length keyboard in the future. Well, this is my thoughts after 1 week of daily usage of this keyboard. Leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. And if you find this video useful, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks. Until next time, ciao.